Ja, hallo zusammen und seid gegrüßt zu einer weiteren Folge von Let's Play The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero. Wir befinden uns mitten in einem Kampf und auch mitten in einem Konflikt zwischen zwei sich bekriegenden Banden, wo wir gerade versuchen, an Informationen ranzukommen, um zu verstehen, warum die sich gegenseitig nicht nur die Köpfe einschlagen wollen, sondern sich sogar töten wollen. Das haben die in aller Deutlichkeit in der letzten Folge klar gemacht. Und um ihmchen hier Informationen entlocken zu können, müssen wir ihn bekämpfen. Darauf hat er bestanden. Wir sind quasi alternativlos. Ich habe keine Ahnung, ob wir hier eine realistische Chance haben, aber wir werden es gleich herausfinden. So, macht es eventuell Sinn, den anzuzaubern? Ich vergleiche einfach mal, indem wir einmal zaubern und danach mal zuhauen. Okay, der macht nicht gerade wenig Schaden. So, One-on-One-Kämpfe. Ach du Scheiße, ey. Jetzt sag mir bitte, dass deine Waffe, Lloyd, ein bisschen mehr Damage austeilt. Sonst haben wir hier tatsächlich ein Problem. Was? Okay. Ich bin mega schwach, aber mein S-Break steht mir gleich zur Verfügung. Vielleicht nach einem weiteren Schlag. Wir werden sehen, jawohl. So, ich werde davon jetzt auch gleich Gebrauch machen, denn sonst könnte das Ganze hier sehr knapp ausgehen. Muss ja nicht unbedingt sein. Ich hoffe, der ist jetzt tot. Der wird bestimmt mit einem kleinen Restputzel noch überleben. Okay, also ich habe... Was? Ey, ich bin eigentlich mit ganz gutem Equipment ausgestattet. Ich bin sehr überrascht, dass das jetzt hier so anspruchsvoll ist. Wow, ich habe in der letzten Folge kein einziges Mal gespeichert. Was ist das denn, ey? Das ist die Main Story. Und ich habe gut eingekauft. Ich bin immer wieder in den Laden gerannt und habe meinen Leuten was Gutes angezogen. Oder war Lloyd derjenige, der auf der Strecke blieb? Wow. Nee, ich werde die Difficulty werde ich nicht lowern. Ich werde versuchen, das jetzt irgendwie durchzuziehen. Mit den paar Möglichkeiten, die ich hier habe. So, warte mal, was habe ich denn hier zum Beispiel? Habe ich irgendwas, was meine Stats gegebenenfalls boostet? Das sieht eher schlecht aus. Wobei, ich hätte die Kohle. Ich hätte mir was davon kaufen können. Aber wer hätte auch damit gerechnet, dass hier so ein anspruchsvoller Startkampf auf uns wartet? Ich wünschte, ich hätte irgendwas, was den zum Erblinden bringen würde. Das wäre cool. Oder dass man noch mal vorher ins Menü rein könnte. Dann würde ich nämlich die Quarze auch ein bisschen austauschen und anpassen. So, ich guck mal. Vielleicht werde ich jetzt eh noch einige Anläufe brauchen. Ich guck mal, was das... Ich mache so wenig Schaden. Warum? Der hat gerade die beste Waffe angelegt, die man hier momentan kaufen kann. Kann ich denn fliehen aus dem Kampf? Nee. Escape Chance Zero. Wow, also das wird jetzt hier ein bisschen ätzend werden. Jetzt werde ich wahrscheinlich all meine Heil-Items auch... Ich habe gar nicht so viele. Ich schaffe den Kampf nicht. Was ist das denn jetzt? Okay. Warte mal, wir gucken mal, wenn ich Heil-Items einsetze, wie weit ich damit komme. Aber ich habe da irgendwie ein ganz blödes Gefühl bei. Ich kann keine Statusbeeinträchtigungen wirken. Ich kann im Grunde genommen gar nichts machen, außer normal auf den einzukloppen oder zu zaubern. Aber die Zauber, die machen minimal... Ja, das hier ist der schlimmste Angriff von allen. Überlebe ich den wenigstens mit 370? Ja, das ist ja schon mal etwas. So, dann kannst du dich jetzt nochmal so an dem auslassen. Nächste Strategie wäre vielleicht auf die 200 CP nochmal hochzukommen. Ja, ich glaube, es kann sein, dass das Lloyd einer der... Also ich glaube, ich habe nicht alle mit dem besten Equipment versehen. Ich bin mir nicht mehr ganz sicher. Aber was passiert mit dem? Kommt da noch was? Oh nein. Warum hast du denn zwei solche Superangriffe? Okay, aber noch habe ich Heilung. Noch ist Hopfen und Malz nicht verloren. Sag mir bitte, dass ich komplett geheilt bin. Immerhin das. So, und der haut auch mal daneben. Das ist schön zu wissen. Ein sehr tröstender Gedanke. So, jetzt ist natürlich die Frage. Ich könnte nämlich auch mein Craft einsetzen. Ich könnte aber auch darauf spekulieren, dass ich vielleicht die 100 nochmal erreiche. Ist gerade schwierig. Oh, natürlich muss er jetzt wieder mit dem Superzeug hier um die Ecke kommen. Oh Mann, ey. Ich glaube, einen Schlag kann ich noch riskieren, oder? Also den zu überleben, meine ich. Ich muss noch 3-mal zuhauen, bis ich die 100 wieder voll habe. Ich weiß nicht mal... Oh ne, jetzt kommt er schon wieder mit seinem Oger. Zeug hier, ne? Nee, das war ein normaler Angriff. Okay, was mache ich jetzt? Nehme ich jetzt erst den S-Break? Nee, warte mal, ich flöße mir mal hier ein Recovery-Dish ein. 30% Partner-Sandwich, toll. Also für so eine Gelegenheit hatte ich eigentlich nicht vor, das zu vertilgen. Aber mir bleibt gerade wenig anderes übrig. Ich hätte auch das Risiko eingehen können und erst den S-Break nehmen können und nicht danach heilen, aber das wäre mir dann ein bisschen zu riskant gewesen. Weil ich nicht weiß, ob ich nach dem... Ey, der lebt immer noch. Das gibt's doch nicht. Nein. Okay, er hat's überlebt. Können wir den jetzt bitte einmal finishen? Ist der tot? Ja. Boah, schwerster Gegner bisher. Das gibt's doch nicht. Also wenn das hier in dem Schwierigkeitsgrad weitergeht, dann habe ich echte Bedenken. Aber das liegt wahrscheinlich am Anfang. Soweit ich einmal so in einen guten Flow reinkomme mit freien Slots und sinnvoll Quarze kombinieren und alles und überhaupt, dann wird das hier hoffentlich flutschen. Zumindest versuche ich mich gerade mit dem Gedanken zu trösten. Oh, Trophäe. Da kriege ich direkt eine Ohrwurm bei dem Titel. Okay, aber habe ich jetzt irgendwas Besonderes in dem Kampf gemacht oder kriegt man das immer, wenn man den besiegt? Keine Ahnung. He won? Damn, not bad at all. How about that? Looks like you ain't all talk after all. Wasn't expecting you to go at it so hard like that. What, are you okay? Damn you, you'll pay for that. Er wollte doch kämpfen. Shut up, you dumbasses. Is this guy even human? Either way, not bad for a warm-up round. For a second there, I considered going all out, but my showdown with that pretty boy is almost here, so I'll let you off the hook this time. How thoughtful of you. So, mind filling us in on the details of the incident now? Hey, sure, you earned it, I guess. Na, dann hau mal raus. Ich dachte gerade, der packt sich hin. Also so auf die Fresse, nur hinterrücks quasi. It all happened 5 nights ago. So fing auch die andere Story an von den Testaments. Those blue bastards jumped one of my boys. Happened right nearby here too. Was? Wait, what? It's just like... I'm betting those cowards told you one of their own was attacked the same way. Course, that's just something they pulled out of their asses. Also ist das wirklich inszeniert. Da wird irgend noch eine dritte Partei ihre Finger mit im Spiel gehabt haben, weil er oder sie die beiden Gruppen gegeneinander aufwiegeln wollte. Aber was hat man davon? Us saber vipers like to throw down, but we fight like men. You really think we'd bitch out and jump somebody in the dark? How badly was your guy hurt? Beat until his bones started to fracture. He's in the hospital now. Said it will be a month or so till he's fully recovered. Unlike the Blue Bastards guy, he didn't pass out right after the pummeling started. But he took a hell of a worse beating, that's for sure. I see. You guys definitely sure the Testaments are the perps? If your guy is conscious right now, he must have seen who got him, yeah? Wait, did he not even see the attackers? Guess not. But it was definitely those blue bastards. I'd bet my life on it. After all, he was sniped by one of their rocks. A rock? Are you referring to the stones they launch with their slingshots? Damn right I am. The shot knocked him flat on his ass, so the cowards took the chance to rush in and beat him down. He hung on for a bit, then passed out. Far as I'm concerned, the culprits are obvious. Haha, that's all I got to tell you. Also ähnlich diffuse Situation eigentlich auf beiden Seiten. Weil beide haben eine Vermutung, beide sind sich ultra sicher, aber keiner hat wirklich Beweise. Super. I said it before and I'll say it again. I couldn't care less about the little details. I'm gonna put an end to that pretty boy and every last one of his blue bastards. Nothing else matters at this point. Wanna interfere? Be my guest. I'll just have to crush you along with them. You made your point, Walt. Anyway, thanks for your cooperation. I'm sure your statement will be key in solving this case. We'll contact you if we figure anything out. Knock yourself out, kid. Okay, schwierig. Was ist denn jetzt unser Anhaltspunkt? Unsere Leute werden sich bestimmt beraten, wenn ich einmal vor die Türe trete. Slash! Hey, the hell's got you guys so shaken up? You doubting what Ward says? Trust me, badasses like us aren't cowardly enough to ambush somebody in the dark. It was obviously those blue bastards. Those blue bastards are obviously the culprit. They're nothing but a bunch of maggots. Bin ja echt gespannt, wenn wir das ja auflösen können, dass keiner von beiden eigentlich schuld ist, ob die sich dann irgendwie miteinander anfreunden können oder zumindest Frieden schließen können. Ich weiß ja nicht. We don't like talking to a bunch of dogs. The four of ya are a bunch of incompetent pups anyway, now scram. We don't like talking to a bunch of dogs. Aber Hunde sind was Tolles. Ich bin gerne ein Hund. Wenn du mich nicht magst, ist das dein Problem. Luganov. The only guys dumb enough to take us on around here are the Testaments. Not like I give a damn though, they're gonna bite the dust soon enough. Get off your high horses, you punks, we can always turn you into our punching bags if you step out of line. I'ma crush those cowardly hooded freaks the first chance I get. Don't let our little chat get to your heads, you dogs. Ja, du triffst mich nicht, wenn du mich als Hund beschimpfst, weißt du? Das ist eigentlich die peinlichste Beleidigung, die es da draußen gibt. So. Guck mal, wie breitbeinig der da sitzt, ey. Die erfüllen echt alle Pascha-Klischees, die es nur gibt. Hat eigentlich irgendjemand von euch eine Freundin? Just gonna scratch that itch to rampage, you know? I don't give a damn about how your dumbass investigation turns out. Not much longer till it starts raining blood around these parts, so you better strap yourselves in. Oh yeah. Hey ladies, how long you planning to stick around the downtown district? Cause if you're planning to get cozy here, you'd better be ready to deal with all the thugs just waiting to pounce. What a heavy-handed statement. I guess that's his own special way of warning us. Ich denke auch. I don't give a damn about how your dumbass investigation turns out. Not much longer. Rain and blood. Okay. Ist das Zufall, dass die hier lauter Slayer-Anspielungen mit einbauen? Ich weiß ja nicht. Vielleicht bilde ich mir das auch einfach ein. Ich meine, das S würde ja auch irgendwie passen. Aber gut. Maybe it's just my imagination. Guten Tag, was machen Sie hier? Hui? I don't care what you say. The Testaments are behind this, and that's that. If Ward would just give us the orders, we'd land them all in a word of hurt. I don't care what you say. Ja, ich care auch nicht, was du so sayst, aber danke fürs Gespräch. Also ich fühle mich, auch wenn ich Konzerte und laute Musik liebe, ich fühle mich in der anderen Location definitiv wohler. Also wenn ich gezwungen werden würde, mich irgendwo anzuschließen, dann wäre ich definitiv ein Testament. Oder ein Testament-Anhänger. This is quite confusing. A member of each group was assaulted. Perhaps they were being untruthful? On second thought, none of them seemed to be lying. Na, rattert's im Köpfchen, Lloyd? Is something the matter? You still recovering from the fight? Huh? Oh no, that's not it. Naja, eigentlich ja schon ein bisschen. I'm fine, besides he was going easy on me. Was? Okay, ich bin einfach nur schlecht. Jetzt habe ich's schwarz auf weiß. I was just thinking that something doesn't add up. How so? Well, 5 nights ago, members from both groups were assaulted at the same time, but in different locations. Even if they had coincidentally attacked each other simultaneously, with this many people involved, how likely would it be for them to be oblivious of each other's movements? Oh, you're right. Neither of them are pros at covert operations, so chances of that are slim as hell. What if one group was ambushed and then retaliated in kind? That wouldn't explain it either. They would have taken precautionary measures to avoid facing retaliation from the enemy, but both sides were taken completely by surprise. Isn't that right, Lloyd? Yeah, there's definitely something off about this case. It feels like we're still missing a critical piece of the puzzle. Hehe, looks like you guys could use a hand. Who's there? Aha, oh Gott, die Reporterin. Aren't you the reporter from the Crossbear Times? Hello, hello everyone, we meet again. Cha-ching, just scored myself a money shot. Ja. Ja, super. Toll. Kannst du diesmal bitte nettere Sachen über uns schreiben? Furchtbar. Furchtbar aufdringlich. This is an infringement on our right to privacy. So sieht's aus. I can't help it. Take pictures for as long as I have and your camera develops a mind of its own. Who knows, maybe I'll feature you in my next article. You guys should take any publicity you can get. I don't think it works that way. Do you intend to make a mockery of us again? Haha, what can I say? You guys seem to be a hit with the readers. More importantly, it looks like you've managed to land yourselves neck deep in yet another juicy scoop. Maybe you'd be interested in helping out little old me with my next big story. I'll even take you out for a nice meal as thanks for the article from the other day. My treat. No. Also, ich würde ja sagen, wenn das gutes Essen ist. Nein, wahrscheinlich nicht. What makes you think we'd share information about an ongoing investigation with a civilian? Let alone someone working for the media. Let alone someone working for the media, yeah. Oh, Fui, don't sweat the details. And here I was, thinking I'd treat everyone to some truly delicious Eastern cuisine and offer you the critical piece of the puzzle for dessert. Okay. Ich glaube, sie will mehr mit uns teilen als nur essen. Wow. So that's what you were playing at, trying to reel us in with the old give and take. Bingo! If you find yourselves getting peckish, I'll be at Long Lao Tavern near the East Street exit. I'll head there first and drink all by my lonesome until you arrive. All by my... Ja. Richtig, ich denke mal, ich verlese mich, aber das hat gestimmt. Oh, come to think of it, I haven't properly introduced myself, have I? I'm Grace Lynn, a reporter for the Crossbell Times. Endlich haben wir einen Namen. But you can call me Miss Grace, if you'd like. Ich hatte auf jeden Fall immer gute Laune, bisher zumindest. Vielleicht wird sie sich irgendwann anschließen. Grace Lynn, a reporter from the Crossbell Times. This whole offer of hers seems shady as hell, but damn if she didn't lay out some good bait. Might be worth seeing what her deal is. Yeah. Putting her bribery attempt aside for now, we should probably at least hear her out. We can't rely on headquarters to assist us, so we should take any help we can get for the investigation. Agreed. As a reporter, I imagine she's fairly well informed, but we'd best be careful what we say in front of her. I agree. She gave me the impression she was ready to strike the moment you let your guard down. Ouch, talk about a harsh assessment. Wir sind ja streng genommen auch irgendwie alternativlos, ne? Weil einen anderen Hint hätten wir jetzt auch nicht zu bieten oder noch im Ärmel. How dare you do that to Walt? Hallo, er hat uns aufgefordert, nicht andersrum. Get out of here already, there's no way I trust you now. Man, this kid never lets up. Yeah, you probably shattered his worldview after matching up to his role model. Get out of here already, there's no way I trust you now. Vielleicht müssen wir Ellie wieder vorschicken. Die scheint ja irgendwie eine magische Wirkung auf den zu haben. Just gonna scratch that itch to Rampage. Achso, nee, das hat er schon mal erwähnt. Der erste Teil, der kam mir gerade irgendwie nicht so vertraut vor. So, ich muss aber einer Sache noch nachgehen, beziehungsweise eventuell auch zweien. Denn ich habe einen Hinweis bekommen und den einen, den hatte ich tatsächlich sowieso noch auf dem Schirm, als ich das entsprechende Video bearbeitet habe. Oh, wait. That restaurant over there is the one the reporter told us about. We'll need to get information one way or another, so let's hear her out this one time. Was? Ey, jetzt habe ich mich einmal an eine Sache erinnert und jetzt komme ich hier nicht weiter. Okay, dann gehen wir mal hier rein. Hier war es eh schön und gemütlich. Außerdem bin ich auch neugierig, was sie uns zu erzählen hat. Guten Tag. Na, I knew you'd come crawling to me. Don't be shy now, have a seat. Like I promised, it's my treat, so get whatever you like. While that's awfully kind of you, we have to respectfully decline the dinner. How about we stick to exchanging information? Jetzt holt euch doch wenigstens ein Getränk, meine Güte. Boo, you're no fun. Or are you trying to make a statement that you're impervious to bribes, unlike the upper echelons of the CPD? Well, I don't see the problem with it. If you're buying, I'll be happy to go to town on some free food. I would also accept so long as you do not have any ulterior motives. It's probably okay. I don't see the harm in sharing a casual meal together. Ich nehme mich auch nicht. Außerdem wird dann die Zunge auch lockerer, wenn man so ein bisschen beim Essen schnackt und so. Alles andere ist irgendwie so gezwungen, oder? You too, Ellie? Haha, looks like you're the only one worried about Big Bad Grace's shady dinner invite, Lloyd. How are you ever gonna become a pro detective if you're not willing to bend the rules once in a while? Alright, I get it already. But no alcohol, thank you very much for the meal. Ja, da hätte ich auch drauf verzichtet in so einem Gespräch. Oh, das sieht aber gut aus, was sie da auf dem Tisch haben. This is delectable. The chef here is highly skilled. This food is very satisfying. Though it's kinda hard to savor something this tasty without a good drink. Come on, Lloyd, don't be such a hard ass. One sip ain't gonna kill me, you know? Absolutely not. You know, we're still technically on duty, right? We have to keep our wits about us at all times. Yeah, whatever. Our leader's as stubborn as a damn mule. I believe the problem is that you are far too loose with the rules, Randy. I'm going to have to agree with them. Drinking on the job is highly inappropriate. Hehe. Die hat ihren Spaß scheinbar. Oh, you guys are so entertaining. Your personalities are wildly different, yet you fit together so perfectly. I think the four of you really make quite a team. I hope you know that flattery isn't going to get you anything. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. We've now told you everything we know about the incident in the downtown district. I seem to recall you mentioning that you had the missing piece to the puzzle earlier. Isn't it about time you filled us in on it? And what if I told you that I don't wanna? I suppose we would just have to never trust you again. Further, today would be the last time we would ever speak with you. Oh, calm down, I was just messing with you. But I gotta say, you really are cute when you bust out that serious face of yours. Maybe because it's such a charming contrast to your usual soft, friendly disposition. Okay, guys, how about we get back to work? Yes, that sounds fine by me. Thank you for the meal. Oh, don't be like that. I said I was kidding, didn't I? You want your puzzle piece, right? Fine, I'll tell you, I promise. Where do I begin? Okay, first things first. Are you familiar with a group named Revage? Revage? Keine Plan. Oh, that name. Oh, sie kennt's scheinbar. Huh? What's up with you two? Your jaws just dropped straight to the floor. Revage & Co? I believe there is a business in Crossbell registered under that name. Well, that's what they present themselves as, your average law-abiding citizens. The truth of the matter is that they're actually Crossbell's mafia. They've been controlling our dark underworld for a long time. Aha. Ich erinnere mich noch in der Ecke, wo der Eingang so bewacht wurde, ne? Da fiel auch schon mal das Wort Mafia. The Mafia, so they are a criminal organization then. Makes sense. I've definitely heard rumors about there being a mafia in Crossbell. Guessing this news didn't come as a surprise to either of you, yeah? Yeah, it's pretty hard to be in the dark about them if you're Crossbellion. Ich sage Bellion, das klingt für mich irgendwie richtiger, obwohl da kein I steht. Their organization has a vast network of connections, which includes some very powerful people. Based on what I've heard, it's because of this that the police find it difficult to take any action against them. Guess the underbelly of society is pretty much the same no matter where you go. So, what does Revage have to do with this incident? More than you think. I've been hearing that Revage's bigwigs have been very active recently, suspiciously so. It's hard to pin down exactly what they're up to, but they're definitely getting ready for something big. Noticing this, I decided to do a bit of investigating of my own on the side. So the mafia is making a move. What could they possibly be up to? Whatever it is, it certainly sounds ominous. I have a terrible feeling about this. So that must be what brought you to the downtown district today, correct? What? Bingo, my friend! One of my sources let me know that about 2 weeks ago there were a few members of the mafia snooping around the area, but they were dressed inconspicuously as though they were trying to conceal their identities. Does that smell awfully fishy to you? Doesn't that smell? Yeah, it definitely stinks. Agreed, something feels out of place. It's unlikely that each gang would simultaneously and independently choose to attack one another. A third party orchestrating things from the shadows, however, would explain what happened. There is still something I do not understand. Why would a criminal organization want two delinquent groups to antagonize each other? Ja, das verstehe ich auch noch nicht so ganz. Right, that's the million mirror question. It would make sense if they already harbored a grudge against one another. Right, as far as I know, there haven't been any serious conflicts between them before now. Though all three of these groups might be on the violent side, the mafia are professionals. The gangs are amateurs next to them. Since there's nothing Revage stands to gain, I don't see a reason they'd interact with them at all. What if one of them formed an alliance with the mafia to off their rival group once and for all? If that's what's going on, then it would mean the attack on themselves was staged to throw off suspicion. I'm a bit doubtful they would go quite that far. Yeah, I didn't get the impression that Wazy and Ward were on bad terms with each other. If anything, I felt like they had a sort of mutual respect for one another. Oh, that was quite the astute observation, Lloyd. Color me impressed. You're right, as far as I'm aware, Ward and Wazy view each other as good sparring partners. Originally, Ward's Saber Vipers were the only gang in the downtown district. However, that all changed 2 years ago. Wazy showed up out of nowhere and established the Testaments. And we all know how Ward is, so he obviously went to go put Wazy in his place, but, Wazy took him down. 2 for 2, wow, you're good. Despite his charming looks and small frame, Wazy's a skilled martial artist. I'd heard he managed to take Ward by surprise with his lightning-quick moves and pinned him to the ground. Wow, I was not expecting that. Dang, that cute little kid's really that strong? Guess you can judge a book by its cover. Man muss aber auch sagen, Ward hätte ja auch nicht den Respekt vor ihm, wenn es sowas nicht gegeben hätte, ne? Also der muss sich das ja irgendwie erarbeitet haben, insofern ist die Story schon plausibel. No kidding, I know from experience that Ward is no pushover either. He might have underestimated Wazy that first time, but they fought a number of times since then and are basically evenly matched, and I think they respect each other precisely because of that history they share. I see, so they're not just rivals, they see each other as equals. Suppose that rules out any likelihood that either of them formed an alliance with the Mafia to crush each other. Right. Aber vielleicht jemand aus deren Gefolgschaft. Vielleicht hat da jemand mit der Mafia angebandelt und das irgendwie angezettet. Das müssen ja nicht die Anführer gewesen sein. And their respective gangs are so loyal, I doubt this could have been a few subordinates acting out of line. Na, da bin ich mir zum Beispiel nicht ganz sicher, aber this can really only mean one thing. I may have divulged a little more information than I should have. Huh? How do you mean? Well, I've got some interviews to take care of, so I'll be off now. Kick some butt with your investigation. I'll be eagerly awaiting a good scoop once you're done. Toodles! Sag ich doch, kaum setzen wir uns hin und essen, werden die Leute automatisch gesprächiger. Deswegen war das ein guter Plan. She certainly has her own unique way of doing things, doesn't she? But it's thanks to her that we were able to get some valuable information. Yeah, knowing that the Mafia is likely involved with this mess is a huge leap forward in our investigation. Now the real question is, why did the Mafia get involved with this? This is going to be a tough one to figure out with the limited evidence we have right now. I do not recall seeing any relevant information in the police database either. Assuming it is there somewhere, it is likely locked behind multiple levels of authorization. So basically it's classified, huh? That seems likely, considering all the people the Mafia has in their pocket. Alright, let's head back to the SSS and see what Chief Sergey has to say about everything. As much as I'd love for us to solve the case, the situation is starting to become larger than what we can handle. You're right. Yeah, let's head back. Hopefully the old man will actually be there this time. Der war doch da die letzten Male auch, als wir zurückgegangen sind, oder? So, ich muss auf jeden Fall gleich mal meine Opa auf der Bank ansprechen, um zu checken, ob hier alle Leute was Neues sagen. Aber ich wollte jetzt erstmal hier nochmal gucken. Es gibt nämlich in der Fisherman's Guild ein Bücherregal, was schon darauf hindeutete, dass es dort Recipes gibt. Aber jetzt haben wir ja gelernt, wie wir damit zu hantieren haben. Deswegen werden wir hier vermutlich was einsammeln können. There's a book called Easy Fish Dishes on the Shelf. Juhu, Crispy Fry. Nice. Komisch, dass da immer 2 Textfenster kommen. Ich denke schon wie beim ersten Recipe, dass wir dann irgendwie auch 2 Rezepte bekommen, aber dem ist ja gar nicht so. So, und dann hieß es, und das hatte ich so nicht mehr auf dem Schirm, dass es hier im Laufe des Tages noch eine Mission geben könnte und dass er da so ein bisschen drauf hingedeutet hat. Excuse me, Michel, we came back like you asked us to. Tatsache. Also das hätte ich komplett übersehen. Es sei denn, der alte Mann auf der Bank sagt jetzt was Neues und ich würde sowieso die ganze Stadt nochmal ablaufen. Das wäre dann was anderes, aber so habe ich das jetzt schon ein bisschen früher erwischt. So, what did you want to show us? Well, there you are. How cute of you to come running like a group of puppies when I call for you. If I recall correctly, you mentioned you had some kind of plan to measure our Kompetenz. Können wir es dabei belassen? Ich weiß nicht, wie man es richtig ausspricht. Competency oder so, right? You sure did recall correctly. If you're feeling up to the challenge, what do you say to taking a little rest? Test, nicht rest, sorry. Huh? What kind of test is it exactly? Oh, it's nothing too complicated. I'll pick out 10 questions at random from our test bank we use in the written portion of the Bracer exam. That way, I'll be able to know if you're at least as knowledgeable as a junior Bracer if you manage to get all 10 of them right. Shit, ich habe schon wieder nicht gespeichert vorher. However, if you were to fail, there will be no place for us to operate in Crossspell where some of the continent's greatest bracers have gathered. Am I correct? Man, talk about putting on the pressure. So we miss one question and we're gonna be labeled a bunch of dumbasses? That's kind of a raw deal. Oh, was? Pshaw? Not at all. I'm not doing this to put you guys down. That's just not my style. Nein. So here's a tip for you. You can study the stuff that's gonna be on the exam over at the public library. Nee, oder? In the administrative district. Remember, I'm giving you this test to see if you'll actually be worth your salt when it comes to helping the citizens of Crossspell. So, are you guys up for the challenge? Erstmal noch nicht. We haven't mentally prepared ourselves for it yet, sorry. Whoa, chickening out. It seems you're more timid than I thought. Fine then, feel free to come back and give it a shot if you ever rack up the courage to do so. Ja, ich will einmal speichern, dann machen wir das gleich. So, erledigt. Jetzt habe ich ein bisschen Angst. Also ich würde, wenn ich jetzt was falsch antworte und die Quest dann für immer verkackt ist, wahrscheinlich immer wieder neu laden. Aber ich würde es auf jeden Fall nicht nachschlagen. Oh, it's nothing too complicated. I pick out 10 questions at random from our test bank. Das kennen wir schon. Junior Bracer District Challenge. Jawohl. Sure, we give it a shot. Also wenn jetzt so Jahreszahlen und sowas alles kommen, dann bin ich vermutlich raus. Now that's what I'm talking about, baby. Die hat echt gute Laune gerade. Yo, Lloyd, you sure about this? Yeah, I'm not too worried about it, honestly. We had to take similar exams back at the academy. And besides, it's almost like I'm running away. If I back out of it now, it wouldn't feel right. I understand what you mean, and I agree. Likewise. Guess there's nothing more to say then. Let's do this. I like that feisty attitude. By the way, Lloyd, I got the impression that you're the leader of the group in a way. Wanna take a crack at answering the questions on behalf of everyone else? Ich denke, wir dürfen das als Team beantworten. Yeah, I'll do it. Oh, I love that look in your eyes. It's giving me the willies. Okay, boys and girls, let's get this party started. Also, jetzt habe ich auch ein bisschen Pressure. Hier, Michels Test. Bracer Guild. Receptionist Michels Test. Bracer General Education Examination. Holy shit, ey. Ich krieg grad Puls wie vor einer Mathearbeit. And now, the first question. This one will be a cute freebie to get you warmed up. As we all know, the Orbital Revolution brought forth the technological advancements of orbments to our continent. Warte mal kurz. Sorry, ich war kurz abgelenkt. Doofer Zeitpunkt, ich weiß. The question is, how many years ago did it occur? How long ago did... Weiß ich nicht. 10 ist zu knapp. 30 oder 50? Ich nehme 30. I think it happened about 30 years ago, right? Oops, nice try, but you're wrong. Don't just shoot from the hip, cause it seems like a safe answer. The correct answer is 50 years ago. Toll. The advent of orbital technology has all happened over the last half century. Pretty amazing stuff, right? Back when I was a little kid, I would have never imagined riding in something as fancy as an orbital car. Seemed like something straight out of some fairy tale. I blew it straight from the get-go. Anyway, on to the next question. Question numero 2. Ey, das Gute ist, wenn ich jetzt eine verkacke, wieso 2? Ich denke, das erste war nur eine Testfrage. Weil wenn ich jetzt nochmal was verkacke, kann ich neu laden und dann alles nochmal neu machen. The driving force behind the Orbital Revolution was all thanks to one man's prototype orbment. This one's another gimme, but who is the creator of said orbment? Es war klar, dass sie wieder diese ganzen Namen mit reinbringen, die alle irgendwie vertraut vorkommen. Boah, keine Ahnung. Inchen? Wasn't it Professor A. Russell? No way, Jose. The correct answer is Professor C. Epstein. Did you guys know that people were skeptical of his invention at first? They probably just didn't see what the big deal was. But once people began to realize just how gosh darn useful they are, they quickly became an integral part of our daily lives. Incidentally, Professor Russell is one of Epstein's disciples, and he made large contributions to the Orbital Revolution. Oh, come to think of it, I've heard all of this somewhere before. Ja, so geht's mir gerade auch, Leute. Need I remind you that I am currently employed by the Epstein Foundation? I do believe I mentioned this recently, did I not? Probably shouldn't have blown that one. I feel like she's going to thwack me with her staff. Enough chit-chat. Next question. Hey, ich denke, wir haben abgelost, wenn wir eine falsch beantworten. We all know that quartz are the key component to any orbital device, right? And to synthesize quartz, you need sepit. And when I talk about sepit, what specific form of septium am I referring to? Septium Crystals, Processed Septium, Septium Fragments. Ach du Scheiße. Okay, das ist alles schwieriger als gedacht. Also die letzte Frage war eigentlich nicht schwer. Ich weiß es nicht mehr. Ich habe keine Ahnung. Ich würde die Fragments nehmen. I believe they're Septium Fragments. Oh, heck yeah. You got that right, buddy boy. Ich muss mir jetzt alles versuchen zu merken. Und ich werde es mir nicht aufschreiben, weil so lerne ich es am besten. Weil am Ende werde ich nochmal neu laden und alles richtig beantworten. Septium fragments are refined into quartz, which we then use in our orbital devices. Monsters are inherently attracted to septium, so they often end up munching on sepit. Defeating critters is an easy way to obtain sepit, so keep that info in your back pocket. So far, so good. These questions are all common sense. It's time to prepare for question 4. Our good friend, the Erebonian Empire, lies to the west. Its important and overwhelming existence can be felt by all of us Crossbellians. I imagine you've probably seen their emblem before. Can you recall what the symbol of Erebonia is? The supporting gauntlet, the white falcon, the golden stallion. Ich würde auf 3 tippen. I believe it's the golden stallion, right? Nay, is what I'd say if you were wrong, but you're right. It's no secret that the pride of the Erebonian Empire lies in its unmatched military might. The Golden Stallion is a symbol of that power of theirs and thus is on the country's emblem. There was once an order of knights in the empire known as the Eisenritter. They were known for employing cavalry, so that may be why the Empire adopted the Golden Stallion as its emblem. Diese Golden Stallion-Geschichte, die ist irgendwann in Coles Stil auch mal in irgendeinem Kontext erwähnt worden. Also ich habe mir das nicht im Hinterstübchen irgendwo abgespeichert, basierend auf dem, was wir hier in der Library gelesen haben. Glaube ich zumindest nicht. Nice, managed to get that one right somehow. Now for question 5. We're almost halfway through this little quiz, so hang in there. A nation known as the Calvert Republic sits directly to the east of Crossbell, opposite the Erebonian Empire. It's no exaggeration to say that Crossbell's entire history revolves around the long-term struggle for power between Erebonia and Calvert. Now, your question is this. What is the name of the primary manufacturer of orbital and heavy weaponry for the Republic? Weiß ich nicht. Glaube ich. Zeiss oder Vern. Aber Rainford hat ja auch Weapons und sowas alles created, aber die haben alle irgendwie, glaube ich, mit Waffen zu tun gehabt, aber mein erster Impuls war hier bei Zeiss. I feel like it might have been a Zeiss Central Factory. I'm not actually sure, to be honest. Nope, your Zeiss code with that answer. The answer you were looking for was the Vern Company. Zeiss Central Factory is over in Le Burle. Ach, stimmt. Da sind wir auch. Wir waren ja in dieser Factory in Trails in the Sky. Ja, das hätte ich als Eselsbrücke nehmen können. Egal. Calvert's Vern Company and the Erebonia's Reinford Company are famous as the continent's two largest manufacturers of orbital weaponry. However, it's not fair to only discuss their weapons development. They're also responsible for making vehicles, appliances, and plenty of other nifty items. Are you even trying, Lloyd? How did you manage to get that question wrong? Yeah, sorry. I guess that one would have been a no-brainer for someone who uses an orbital gun. Looks like we've made it a little past the halfway point now. It is painfully apparent that you came woefully unprepared. Ja, ist so, Theo, du hast recht. Not gonna lie to you, buddy. Things ain't looking too hot right now. Right, well, I'm sure you'll find some way to recover, maybe. Sorry guys, ideas just take me now. Well, regardless of how well you're doing, you've still got 5 questions left. Buckaroo. I think you've had enough time to warm up, so it's time I up the ante. I hope you're ready. Shall we begin? It's time for the 6th question. A catastrophic event known as the Great Collapse befell our continent a long time ago. The disaster resulted in the complete loss of civilization and fractured people into different factions that waged war on one another for many centuries to follow. This period, now known as the Dark Ages, was eventually ended by one such faction that rose triumphant. They organized themselves to bring about order and justice to Zemuria, allowing for the rebuilding of society to begin. You probably know who I'm talking about, right? Septian Church, Bracer Guild. Ich würde sagen die Kirche, oder? It was the Septian Church, wasn't it? It sure was. Good job paying attention in Sunday school. Nee, hier war das gerade eher Ausschlussprinzip. Around year 500 of the Septian calendar, the Septian Church emerged to spread the teachings of the sky goddess Aidios. Their intent was to provide aid to those in need. The church's influence grew powerful enough to establish themselves across Zemuria, so the nobles and knights who ruled during the Dark Ages could no longer ignore them. The effects of Aidios and her teachings can still be felt all across the continent to this day, as they are deeply rooted in our society. Okay, good work on that one, Lloyd. Anyway, on to lucky number 7. The headquarters of the Septian Church is located in a city-state known as the Holy City of Ataria. The Holy City of Ataria is made up of various administrative organizations that handle specific tasks, giving it a state-like structure. Among these organizations is one that handles the church's ceremonial rituals. Do you happen to know which organization I am referring to? Ich meine, dass ich das hier mal gehört habe. Also eins sagt mir gerade irgendwie gar nichts. Is it the Congregation for the Sacraments? Close, but no cigar, dear. The Congregation for the Sacraments is responsible for administering the sacraments of the goddess, but most info about them isn't publicly accessible. The answer I was looking for, oh Mann, zwischen den beiden habe ich geschwankt, ey, ist doch Mist. I was looking for was the Congregation for Divine Worship. Most priests found within chapels and cathedrals across the continent are part of this branch of the church. There's actually a cathedral located outside of the northern exit of the city that I offer the occasional prayer at. Oof, that one was really tough. Can you feel the burn? We're almost there. On to the 8th question. As we all know, the Bracer Guild has branches all across the continent, but what I really want to know is just where in Zemuria is its main headquarters located? Where are the Bracer Guild headquarters located? Oret sagt mir gerade gar nichts. Le Mans war immer wieder ein Thema, auch in Trades in the Sky. Ich würde Le Mans sagen. It's in Le Mans State, obviously. You're Le Mans. Cause right you are. Our headquarters can be found in Le Mans State, alongside our biggest investors, the Epstein Foundation. In the event of a serious conflict, HQ can issue a direct order for all bracers to mobilize. I see. Time for the 9th question. You ever heard of that infamous thief that lives in Erebonia? He's a bit of a strange one. Ja, das kriege ich jetzt, glaube ich, hin. He steals precious works of art and then sends out calling cards with riddles on how to retrieve them. Also, his identity is hidden behind a mask. Apparently, people laud him as some kind of hero. Sounds a bit silly if you ask me, though. Anyway, I got a little off track there. Do you know what name this bad boy likes to go by? Phantom Thief B. I've actually heard of him before. Wasn't his name Phantom Thief B? Unbelievable! Diese ganzen Wortspiele, ey, das ist genauso geil wie mit den Kisten. You got it right. Looks like you've done your foreign affairs homework. His infamy transcends the confines of Erebonia, as people across the continent have heard of his misdeeds. Nothing is safe from his grasp either. He's stolen anything ranging from rare paintings in museums to a whole friggin' tank. Rumor has it that he was recently running amok in Liberl. Who knows, maybe you'll run into him sooner than you think. Das denke ich auch. Yeah, I've definitely heard rumors. I'd like to avoid him if possible, though. Das wird dir nicht gelingen, Lloyd. It's time for the 10th and final question. Erebonia and Calvert have been at each other's throats over the rightful ownership of Crossbear State for a while now. They've waged war against each other time and time again, causing grief and bloodshed for many innocent civilians. The situation became so severe that it was brought to the attention of Libert's Queen Alicia. She proposed a treaty to end the conflict between the two nations. This treaty was signed 2 years ago by 3 nations: Liberl, Erebonia, and Calvert. If you're truly cross-valiant, then the answer to this question should be a no-brainer, right? What was the name of the treaty signed by the... das ist einfach, der Non-Aggression Pact. You're referring to the Non-Aggression Pact. And non-aggressive it was. That one should have been a gimme. The treaty was drafted with the intention of diffusing conflicts between any of the 3 nations via diplomacy as opposed to war. Prior to the signing of the treaty, tensions were at an all-time high in Crossbear State. I'll spare you most of the details, but both nations' armored divisions thought it appropriate to hold... It's appropriate, oder? Thought it... Oder nee, das passt so. Appropriate to hold simultaneous military exercises at our borders. One single misstep could have had catastrophic consequences. I'm sure it would have triggered a full-scale war between the two of them. And so, Queen Alicia proposed this treaty as a means of preventing that from happening. We should all be extremely grateful to Liberl. They really saved our behinds. No way was I going to get that one wrong. Oh, it's finally over. I was having so much fun. Good job getting through that. Oh, thank Dios, it's finally over. Ja, aber unser Ergebnis ist, glaube ich, sehr ernüchternd. Das geht auf jeden Fall besser. Why don't we take a look at your score then? My oh my, that was a rather disappointing performance. It's clear to me that you came grossly underprepared. I could honestly die of embarrassment right now. Ja, ich auch, Leute. Ich fühle das. Hey, it's not that big a deal. Stop getting all bent out of shape over it. I'd be more worried if you didn't care. It would cause us bigger problems down the line. My confidence in our leader has slipped somewhat. Tio, Frau gnadenlos, ey. Yeah, I promise I'll do something about this. This concludes our little quiz. Now that that's done, you better bust your humps and work hard so us braces can catch a breather every once in a while. Yes, sir, we do everything we can. Oh, completed. Okay, man kriegt keine zweite Chance, das ist krass. Okay, ich lade nochmal neu. So, und dann gucken wir mal, ob ich mir das alles gemerkt habe. Ich habe mir da, wie gesagt, keine Notizen gemacht. Ich hoffe, dass der Lerneffekt jetzt sein Übriges tut. Accept. So, ich meine, solche Quizze helfen ja auch immer ganz gut dabei, solche Sachen auch zu verinnerlichen. Und ich glaube, das ist so Wissen, was man durchaus auch für die nächsten Trades-Spiele noch gut zur Anwendung bringen kann. Ich muss jetzt nur aufpassen, dass ich nicht zu schnell drücke. So, hier waren es jetzt 50 years. I'm pretty sure it happened about 50 years ago, right? Sagt er dann auch was Neues? Right you are, my friend. Don't let it get to your head, though. That one was just a freebie. But really, it's crazy to think about how much orbit technology had advanced in the last few decades. Back when I was a little kid, I would have never imagined... Ich glaube, ab hier wird's neu. Alt, also bekannt, vertraut. Phew, that's one hurdle down. Anyway, on to the next question. 2. So, was war das? Das hatte ich auch falsch beantwortet. Epstein war hier die richtige Antwort. I know this one is Professor C. Epstein. Huzzah! You got the right answer. Did you guys know that people were skeptical of his invention at first? They probably just didn't see what the big deal was. But once people began to realize just how gosh darn useful they are, they quickly became an integral part of our daily lives. Das war aber neu, oder? The Epstein Foundation has made great efforts towards the research and adoption of orbital technology. That much is common knowledge. The orbit stuff I use for combat also falls under the Foundation's research efforts. Oh yeah, Tio totally mentioned that she's employed by the Epstein Foundation. That was a close call. She probably would have given me quite a glare if I screwed that one up. Ja, können wir bestätigen, wir haben es gesehen. Enough chit-chat, next question. So, habe ich das hier richtig oder falsch? Das habe ich zufällig richtig beantwortet. Das waren die Fragments. Das war, ja, wie gesagt, die erste richtige Antwort und das nicht mal aus Wissen heraus. So, dann, das war die nächste. Das war das mit dem Golden Stallion, das kennen wir auch. So, dann Exaggeration, History. Das hier war jetzt die Verne Company, das hatte ich vorhin falsch. Oh, this one's easy, it's the Verne Company. Verne, baby, Verne, that's exactly right. Calvert's Verne Company and Erebonia's Reinford Company are famous at the continent's 2 largest manufacturers of orbital weaponry. However, it's not... Das ist aber alt. Das hat er beim letzten Mal auch gesagt. Another question down, the lead-in for that one threw me off a little, so I'm glad I got it right. Looks like we've made it a little past. Okay, das hier kennen wir auch. Valiant effort. Nice job, fearless leader of ours. Oh, das war gerade neu, was Tio gesagt hat. You keep this up. I'm sure you'll have no problems plowing through the rest of it. You're doing great, Lloyd. I'm thoroughly impressed. Come on, guys. I don't think I've really been that impressive. It's all pretty common knowledge so far. Well, regardless of how well you're doing, you've still got 5 questions left, Buckaroo. I think you've had enough time to warm up, so it's time. Das hier hat er beim letzten Mal auch schon gesagt. Jetzt kommt Nummer 6. Aber ich glaube, hier gegen Ende habe ich das meiste eigentlich richtig beantwortet. Das hier kennen wir nämlich schon. Ich muss nur aufpassen, wenn die Leute untereinander reden. Okay, good work on that one, Lloyd. Anyway, on lucky number 7. Headquarters. Ah, das hier hatte ich falsch. Hier muss ich Nummer 2 nehmen. Is it the Congregation for Divine Worship? Bingo! Good job! That was one tough cookie. Most priests found within chapels and cathedrals. Das kennen wir. Also zumindest sein Textanteil. Phew, that was really tough. Can you feel the burn? We're almost there. On to the 8th question. Ich glaube, den Rest, den hatte ich aber richtig. Das hier hat gestimmt, ne? Ja, you're the man. Diese Wortspiele hier immer. Huh, I see. Time for the 9th question. Da haben wir was? Ach, das war die Geschichte. Okay, das kann ich dann auch wegdrücken. Und das letzte war das mit dem Non-Aggression Pact. Das war auch easy. Soweit, weil das ja gefühlt in jedem Trades-Spiel bisher thematisiert wurde. So, jetzt bin ich mal gespannt auf das Fazit. Und vielleicht auf eine Belohnung, die es on top noch gibt. No way was I going to get that one. Hä? War das falsch? Das verstehe ich gerade nicht. Habe ich das vorhin falsch gelesen? Okay, warte mal. Wowza, perfect score. Your knowledge is in line with our junior. Ach so, nee, der hat das so gemeint, das würde ich niemals falsch beantworten. Ich habe das, glaube ich, einfach nur falsch gelesen gerade. A perfect score, your knowledge is in line with our junior bracers at least. Gee, looks like you've got some potential in you after all. Oh well, that's a relief to know. Thank you very much. Wow, didn't think he'd compliment me like that. Dude, I was on the edge of my seat the whole way through. I'm glad I can finally take a breather. I'm surprised Lloyd managed to answer questions outside of his area of expertise too. I think I will ask him to assist me with filling in missing information for the database. Oh, you guys are embarrassing me. Anyway, I have a little reward for you for getting all of those questions right. Okay, da steht's nochmal schwarz auf weiß. Ich habe mich einfach nur irritieren lassen. Oh, weil falsch gelesen. Das ist eine geile Belohnung. Danke. Oh, wow. Are you sure we can have this? Yep, I didn't think you stood a snowball's chance in Gehenna of doing so well, so think of this as my apology for underestimating you. It's all yours now, sweetie. Take it. Well, if you say so, thanks a lot. This concludes our little quiz. Now that that's done, you guys better bust your humps and work hard so us bracers can catch a breather every once in a while. Das hat er vorhin auch gesagt. Und das ist, glaube ich, auch identisch. Ja, nice. Mega. Ich freue mich. Good job with the test, you guys. I think I've got a decent idea of your competency from that. From an examination that simple? Oh, jetzt red mal unsere Leistung hier nicht klein, Tio, okay? It's precisely because of its simplicity, little girl. Well, keep at it, you guys. It would be nice if you eventually grew into the kind of team who will at least be good enough to not get in our way. Diese Sticheleien, die kann er sich am Ende des Tages dann auch nicht kneifen, ne? Aber egal, es ist alles erledigt. Gut, ihr Lieben, dann können wir beim nächsten Mal zurück zu unserem zu Sergey sollten wir gehen. Genau, Sergey besuchen. Ich muss mich auf jeden Fall heilen. Und wir haben einen neuen Quartz bekommen, den ich noch zuweisen muss. Das sind die 3 To-Dos, 2 davon Mini-To-Dos fürs nächste Mal. Ich bedanke mich auf jeden Fall fürs Einschalten heute und freue mich sehr aufs nächste Mal und hoffe, dass ihr da auch wieder mit dabei seid. Macht's gut und bis dahin, wenn ihr mögt. Ciao!